National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers
on Thursday night.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw,
they're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So we see it right here on the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowing conditions. Going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Ritter. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This will be fielded at the 17. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline?
I trust these guys. I trust the Panthers. They know what they're doing.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Ritter back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
On play action, here's Ritter. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the right side, incomplete to Thomas. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Young to throw it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. Now he's free at the 35. Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. After a fairly uneventful 1st quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The 1st quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. crease here as he's past the 30. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a 2nd and 6. On play action, Young. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. It's Young off play action. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now this throw caught left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 5. Here's Ritter. And this is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And that would be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not...
Oh, Young loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. They'll throw again. Young. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try to help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
The quick slant caught, and he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on first and goal. To throw on second down is Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Touchdown! Adam Thielen. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game and they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hurry, hurry. Check right. Ready?
Now Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, here's Ritter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Soldier Field.
Ready up.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Set.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'd have to say that's a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Ritter headed right off the option. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Robinson again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On 1st and 10, Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing, Young. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Ready?
1st down, Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Young on 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's caught by Mingo right side. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's 1st and goal. Young to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play.
I got distracted. Ass sucks. I'm gonna end it there.